going on, motherfuckers? It's your boy Enrgey here to do the brand new video.
Today we got a little bit of a tragic story time. Tragic for some, awkward for many. Just a really weird story about the time that me and my family got some prostitutes. Don't know what you might be thinking. You might be thinking that we saw some lady on the side of the street and we just called the cops and he said that she'd give us some floppy toppy or a Big Mac and fries. But no. That is not the case. Not at all. So without telling you guys where I live, even though I've been doxxed 2 times, my house is like right next to like this office type of building, and there's been a couple different things there in the past. There's been like an accountant. Right now is doing a car dealership, but most notably it has always been a massage parlor. It's all starting to make sense now, but it's kind of a little bit of a weird situation. It went from owner to owner. It was never just like one massage parlor, so much to a point that my mom went there and got a massage. So if it was the massage parlor that we found out it was when my mom went there, that's just incredibly awkward. Surely there were some hot Chinese Asian dudes, right? I mean, but no. When my mom went there, it was a normal massage parlor, I hope. And as time went on, we didn't really think a whole lot of it when it changed from owner to owner. So as time went on with the massage parlor, one of the things we started to notice, me being slightly autistic, I look at license plates a lot. And one day we were picking up a pizza because there's a pizza place right next to it. I know I look like I've never eaten a pizza in my life. I know.
Make a fat joke and I'll fuck your girl, or man, or both. And if that's not an option, I'll fuck your parents. And if none of those are options, I'll just fuck you.
Besides the point, as we were on our way back, one of the things I noticed, which I thought was just super random, I was like, oh my god, mom, look, that's a license plate from Texas. And that was just what it was. You know, we didn't really think a whole lot of it. It was just one of those things like, okay, somebody's from Texas, whatever. And then the funniest thing happened. The next time we went past there after getting a pizza, again, a couple weeks later, wouldn't you know it, there was a license plate from Nevada, the place where Vegas is. We were like, man, this place must give really good massages. And I mean, to be fair, we weren't really wrong, because the massages always ended happily. That was the corniest shit I've ever said, but I digress. So after I had went in there for a massage, not really, I couldn't afford their massages. After a couple more times, we just kept noticing license plates from Connecticut, Arizona, New York, Florida, all these different places in conjunction with plates from Ohio, but the places from Ohio were nowhere near here. They were places that were 2 or 3 hours away. Upon something feeling wrong, my parents reported it to the police. We weren't going to do an undercover investigation on our own or anything, but I definitely wanted to. I was only 13 and fucking wish. There was this one, we found out her name was Summer, and boy, did I want to be in summer. I wanted it to be summer. Didn't want to be in, I wanted it to be summer time. The cops took the report. They didn't really do anything. They just were like, oh, there's nothing we can really do. So then the funniest thing happened. My parents did the funniest thing of all time, and after about 2 or 3 months of nothing happening, they ended up going to the police and said,
if you guys don't do anything about this, we're gonna take this to the news.
And wouldn't you know it, the police did something. They started stalking the place out. Some of the things the police would do, they would raid their trash cans. Anybody who came in for maintenance, they would question them immediately after. They were just investigating hardcore now that my parents have threatened to go to the news with this said information. As time goes on, they've still not wrapped up their investigation, but it's getting really close to Easter. So my parents thought of the funniest thing for them of all time. They wanted to be good neighbors and get them an Easter basket. Now this Easter basket, what might it include, you may wonder? It included some, you know, Eastery things, a chocolate bunny and, you know, chocolates and some of the little paper fuzzy, you know, Eastery stuff. But in the bottom of it was the greatest present of them all, lube and condoms. They dropped it off in the morning. Early in the day, we kind of look outside and we see that they've gotten the Easter basket because we left it at the back door, not the front, because, you know, no pun intended. We see them outside kind of just pointing which like direction, because they were pointing in our direction and they were pointing to the direction next to them. They were trying to point out who dropped the Easter basket off. Nothing really happened after that. What are the prostitutes going to do? Call the cops? Not really a crime to give your neighbor lube and condoms. I guess it's just a really interesting way to tell someone to go fuck themselves. As that day went on, my parents and my brother decided that they wanted to go fishing for the day. I'm personally terrible at fishing. I mean, the only fish I ever caught was it was about this 450 pounder I ended up staying home for the day, probably to eat Doritos and play Call of Duty or masturbate about 5 times a day. At one point in time, I go downstairs. I end up opening the door to let the dogs out. Upon opening the door, I notice that almost instantly, one of the prostitutes exits their base of operations and starts walking this way. Thankfully, my dogs made it inside, and she comes to the door and she just starts knocking. But not just any type of knock, not just a
knock, knock, knock.
No. She is banging on my motherfucking door like she is the goddamn SWAT team. FBI, open up! This bitch, like 120 pounds, is violently banging on the door, shaking the fucking door and the door frame. I tried calling my parents. But you know the funny thing about fishing in Ohio? Most of the time you don't have fucking cell reception. So I am calling and asking for help for nothing. I am practically screaming at the clouds. So what do? No, I don't call the cops. I call Crazo. Anybody who doesn't know Crazo, he's in the community himself. We've known each other since kindergarten. For whatever reason, my gut instinct was to call a fellow 13 or 14-year-old who could do fucking nothing. And I am literally, as the door is banging and shaking violently, I am holding a BB gun, aiming it at the door as if that's gonna do anything if she gets in there. On the phone with Crazo. I was probably like this. I probably had the phone in this hand and I was like aiming it and I was just holding it. I was camping my motherfucking doorway with a BB gun. Probably not the best idea. If anybody tried to break into my house, I'd be fucked. After about 3 minutes, she just leaves. A couple hours later, my parents end up getting home. And when they pull into the driveway, immediately, just like when I let my dog out, they just open the door and start walking over. And when I see that happen, I'm getting PTSD from what had just happened. So I grab a survival knife that's probably about this big and this thick. And the one side has the little jagged edges, so it hurts when it's pulling out. And my parents recognize what's going on. As they're walking over, they see that they have an Easter basket that they're going to give us as a thank you for their prostitution basket we gave them. This is probably the most Ohio thing that anybody's ever heard. And my mom instructs me to go outside to help my dad bring in the gifts. But I did not perceive it that way. So I go outside with my military grade knife in my hand, just down at my side. And when I go out there, the look that she fucking gave me, she just put all the gifts down and goes, thank you, and just walks off. They gave us probably no less than $150 basket. It had balloons, bouquets of flowers, chip bags, magnets, like all this. It was just so fucking nice compared to our joking $20 basket we gave them. Time goes on, the police keep us in the loop of their investigation because we are helping them with it, and they informed us that they had plumbers there. They were flushing condoms down toilets, clogging their septic system. They went through their trash and they found gallons, plural, of lube. They found diddy amounts of lube in their fucking trash cans and a whole bunch of other stuff. They go on to let us know that they are moving in with the raid. And out of nowhere, I come home from school one day and the entire street in front of my house is blocked off. There is news crews outside. It was the craziest thing ever. And I kid you not, they had like 12 fucking prostitutes just walking them out in handcuffs and putting them in a van. It was a sight to fucking see. But anyway, I think most of them ended up getting deported or sent to prison, or I really don't know. But what I do know is now it's a car dealership and yeah, there's no more prostitutes over there. Anyway, that's the story about the time that we got some prostitutes deported / arrested / gone forever. If you guys did like this story, be sure to drop a like and subscribe. Comment if you're new. I'm looking to do some more story time videos like this. I have a lot of funny stories that I like to share with you guys. And remember, join me on my mission to make cutcoms great again.
Down in Ohio, swag like Ohio. Down in Ohio, swag like Ohio. Down in Ohio, swag like Ohio. Down in Ohio.